What's up everybody, welcome to We Do Tech. So today I'm gonna do a review of the Corsair M65. Okay, so first off, this is the older M65. The new one is called the Pro. And the only difference between these two are the sensor. With the Pro having an optical sensor that goes up to 12,000 dpi, and the normal one has a laser sensor that maxes out at 8,200. But anyway, let's get on with the review. Inside the box you get the M65 itself, a warranty guide and the manual. Taking a tour around the mouse and starting on the left side where you get 3 thumb buttons, one of them being the sniper button that's so unique to this mouse. The sniper button lets you slow down the DPI so that you have more control over the cursor. This is extremely helpful if you want precise accuracy while aiming down your scope. The sniper button is perfectly placed with your thumb always on top of it. Then you also get the 2 other thumb buttons that's just above the sniper button. These 2 are pretty small, but in my opinion they are the perfect size. The size keeps them out of the way so you don't actually press them, but at the same time they are very easily to press when you want to use them. The left side also has a bit of curve to it to hold your thumb in place. Moving on to the other side of the M65, you get a bit of a curve to fit your pinky. So not much going on there, but it does a good job of keeping your pinky comfy and in one place. The entire left and right side of the M65 is made of a slight rough material that does a very good job of improving grip. The roughness is very nice and is not uncomfortable at all, but what I found after a while, it is prone to scratches, so just keep that in mind. The primary left and right mouse buttons has arm switches that has a satisfying click to them. Moving a bit up, you get the scroll wheel with a rubber grip to improve scrolling. Below the scroll wheel is the RGB LED that's programmable in the software. And just behind the scroll wheel you get the 2 Dpi Selection Switches and the Dpi level indicator. These switches let you cycle between the 5 Dpi levels that you can adjust in the software, ranging from 100 to 8,200 Dpi. Switching between the 5 Dpi levels will change the color of the Dpi indicator to let you know on what level you are on. Moving a bit back, you get the Corsair RGB logo that will also illuminate the ground just underneath the palm rest. The entire top of the mouse is made of a glossy plastic, with the body being analyzed aluminium for lightweight and durability. Looking underneath the M65, you get 5 super smooth PTFE glide pads, 3 screws with 3 weights that let you adjust the weight of the mouse between 135.5 grams and 115 grams. Because the weights are so spread out, you're able to adjust the weight of each side of the mouse. This gives you so much more control over the weight of your mouse, so you can fit your exact needs. Also underneath the mouse you get the Avago ADNS A9800 laser sensor with 8,200 dpi. The newer M65 Pro has a PixSmart BMW 336X optical sensor with 12,000 dpi. The sensor feels very smooth and accurate, and I had no problem kicking some ass in game. But there have been some issues that the A9800 has input lag. That's why Corsair brought out the Pro version with the better sensor. I personally didn't find it that big of an issue, but it could be for you. But moving on to the cable is a 1.8 meter or 5.9 feet braided nylon cable. Next, let's look at the style of grip that fits the M65. I personally used a palm style grip that worked very well with the M65, but I did find that with the M65 my fingers did move up a bit into a more of a claw style grip. But both the palm and the claw style grips are very comfortable. The fingertip style grip works as well, but I think it's a kind of waste because of the big palm rest the M65 has, but it works nonetheless. Okay, so next up let's get into the software. So I have to say the Corsair gaming software is pretty amazing. There's so much to do. So we're going into the mouse. Then you've got the actions. Here you can just make your own macros if you want to. Say record. There we go. You can just add that. Stop, and then you can add the macros to one of the buttons on the mouse. You can program each individual button if you want to. After that, you can go to the lighting effects. This is where it's a bit different. So you can create your own effects. So let's go to this one first. And it goes to static. You can just assign whatever you want, the opacity of the colors, and yeah, you can just select which area you want to light up. And then that's pretty much it for static. Gradients, here you have to add a color. Let's take that one, add that one as well. Let's make that one red, no, green, and then you'll see that it actually is gonna cycle through it. Let's just put that on, let's say 1. Okay, so it's gonna cycle through the colors pretty fast. So you can assign whatever, you can add more colors if you want to. Let's say blue, we can do that, we can do that. You can go pretty insane with the software here. After that you get the solid, also pretty self-explanatory, the colors. So there's really a lot of things you can do with the lighting effects, so just go play around with that. Next up you've got the DPI. Here you have where the switches on, so you can select the color you want to assign to the level indicator, and then you can assign the DPI speed as well. So that's pretty much, here's a sniper button as well, you can just go assign that. Performance, you've just got your angle shaping, left, height, low, which is really nice for me. You can put it on high if you want to lift up your mouse higher. Mouse pointer precision, I don't really need that. So yeah. Then also you can select between profiles. You can import profiles, download custom ones, save, edit your profiles. A lot of stuff you can actually do. Global settings, you can just like assign your hertz of the mouse, and then find the software updates, so it's up to date. You can also get the firmware up here, you can download the newest firmware. Again, that's pretty much it for the software. Okay, so then let's look at the good and the aspects about the M65. Well, the good ones are the software of Corsair is amazing. There's so much you can do with it. Also, the sniper button, which is so iconic to this mouse, is a very nice feature to have. And then the design as well. It's very comfortable and the materials used are very nice. Again, then the bad aspects, well, it's probably the input lag, although I didn't find it that big of an issue personally. There's a lot of people who did find an issue with that. So I would just say go for the M65 Pro and you won't be disappointed. Okay, so that was my review of the Corsair M65. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe and comment. You can also suggest the product you want me to review in the comments. I'll try to get my hands on the product yet again. What do I always say? Oh yeah, Instagram channel page thing, you can follow me there. Facebook, although I'm not really on Facebook a lot. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers guys.